So the DNR, this is Femboy Films, the person who has recently been working on a lot of discotheque stuff and doing all the
I
regular
have they
restoration.
have they been
Uh,
working with discotheque?
Urusei Yatsura movie like 3 was it their first color work?
Okay, I don't know. Maybe is it Femboy Films specifically or the person behind the
Yeah,
account?
or well, yeah. What's it? Dubba David Productions, whatever.
Dabu, yeah. So Dabu DB.
Dabu dee dabu die.
I don't think
Dabu
that
dee
On
dabu dabu dee
blue.
da do
I'm
dabu
not
dabu.
100% sure that
A deep dabu
the
dee da.
affiliation goes beyond. I don't know. Anyway, continue.
I consider them the same being. So anyway, if you click on the bigger images, basically what's happening is he's saying that look, DNR is actually viable. What? Because every time DNR is brought up, it's like, oh, gross, DNR disgusting. So this is the before.
DNR meaning noise reduction. What is it?
I thought it was Department of Natural Resources.
Yes. So they said here,
Yeah.
it's often assumed that grain reduction does nothing but scrub detail. But we scanned our first own negative roll of anime, and boy, crazy how much background detail is still retained while character is so clean when you use decent DNR. Really is like looking at the artwork in person. So this is the grain, and this is the DNR.
Now, the more important thing you should focus on is the background detail, because
Right. Because this is cheating, like looking at them, because like it's a
such
solid
an
color.
easy, yeah.
The,
it's an
the-
easy.
nobody is complaining that you lose detail in here because there isn't any detail to be had. The background is where the detail matters.
Well, to be clear, like in Dragon Ball Z or whatever, you said that their DNR was so hard they lost mouths.
Yeah, but that was a different kind of DNR. That wasn't DNR. That wasn't for grain reduction. That was for hair and like scratches on the film reduction.
I'm pretty sure that's all like under the same umbrella of DNR. Is like it's an automatic process.
But what I was trying to get at here is that that's not what they're doing here. They're just doing grain.
But in
Although
Dragon Ball,
I did hear somebody saying some of the pencil lines in the hair have been partially erased.
now in Dragon Ball,
according to Master Beatty over here.
what?
Wait, who?
So
The account is Master Beatty.
That's what happens when you name your company Femboy Films. So the Dragon Ball Z. Oh wow, Dragon Ball. Well, holy. I can't think with these
Keep
images.
distracting him.
So Dragon Ball Z in the background. The thing in the most recent iteration of the 4x3 Blu-rays is that they're like there's scenes with like clouds and stuff, and all the clouds are like merged, so you don't really see the depth because the DNR was still harsh enough. All right, so when they say,
I'm not even seeing, unless they're talking about this up here.
I think they're mixing up the texture of the grain with the pencil.
They might be talking about this, right? Oh wait, no, I'm kind of seeing it.
The pencil
there is
and
like
the
a
hair,
line
maybe.
There is a line.
Your cursor's not helping, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There is a line right here. It's a dark line, not a light line. I was looking for the light lines.
All right, go back and forth with that in mind. Oh, I can barely even make that out.
I don't think it's enough for it to matter. But
Go back one more time.
Yeah.
On the far left there.
The line art like looks more jaggedy in this one, but that might just be because my eye is looking at the grain and kind of smoothing it out.
Yeah, it's like an anti-alias or whatever.
You need to keep in mind that grain. So an image like there for the grain looks way better in motion because the grain is constantly changing, but the grain sometimes will just like in a still shot looks
what'll happen is what it does is it looks at the section of the image and it decides what the average color is. So you actually will have a weird distortion effect in movement where the color will pop a brighter and then darker and brighter color. It's possible if you don't normalize it between frames. That is something that could happen when doing this sort of thing. But it sounds like if discotheque people are, putting effort towards this, they're probably good enough at this that they're going to be able to, they'll have the eye for detail. And
Well, they're
they
the alleged quality files, so if anyone
Yeah.
had a problem with it, they would, Professor Who anyway, specifically would point it out and be like, "This looks like ass."
Well, I'd just say, like, what you're looking at here when you see this is you're looking at a drawing inked on here that was flipped over and painted, right? You're seeing the paint on the cell on the other side underneath the ink or whatever, right? So it looks really good. Like they're not wrong. You really do see like the individual like brush stroke, right? The edge here.
Yeah,
of
you
the
saw
brush.
the zoomed out photo, like the full frame thing. Like that is way zoomed in compared to what you're actually gonna see. So
Mhm.
that slight jaggedy line that you're pointing out is gonna be negligible.
But
Even though I
you're
don't
actually
really think it
seeing
looks
these
that jaggedy.
imperfections, like the paint that leaked through of the face, just enough that you can see it right here, which I think like that's giving it more character
Character.
to me. What I find interesting is I do not see cast shadow.
Yeah, it looks less authentic because it was such a good placement of the cells that there's no drop shadow.
There might be a slight drop shadow at the top. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it could. Well, it's probably because there's just not like the drop shadow usually comes because you've got another piece of cell underneath it. Like if the cell is literally directly on top of the background, like literally flush right up against it, you're not really gonna see it. You're gonna see it when there's like another cell in between because you've got two characters or something, you know. So you got a character like a cycle of one animation with another cycle.
Or like a panning background or something.
Less
Or
so
sorry.
with the panning background because the background is going to be moving
Well,
left and right.
I should be more
and
specific.
down.
Like the panning background that has like trees and everything that
Oh,
moves.
parallax. Yeah, the parallax.
Yeah, okay.
That would be an example, yes. And then we had this other example here. Somebody said, well, if the grain density levels are clean enough, DNR can be tolerable. DNRing in low quality 16 millimeter prints can be absolutely catastrophic to the line work and fine detail. Cough, Dragon Ball Z, cough, cough, right? To which they replied with, not true. We've attempted/tested DNR'd 16 millimeter as well using similar techniques, and the results have also been very good. This is a third generation 16 millimeter print, same ones Funny used for Dragon Ball Z. Those guys just had no idea what they were doing at all. Okay, it was also the mid 2000s. So you've had years of working off of their mistakes and figuring out the solutions. And you did it for one frame, and they did it for every frame of 291 episodes.
To be fair, they
so
probably
let's just
had an
point
entire.
that out real quick.
To be fair, I think they did it probably like they had a reel of one episode, so they probably have an entire episode to it.
I know. Well,
Also,
but they're showcasing the DNR for this one part, right?
look, and also to be fair, like Dragon Ball come from a time when anime was a hell of a lot more niche than it is, and I just feel like all these little additions. Oh, hey, we're going to
And
go
it was
back.
being
We're going
released
to
on
add
DVD.
fair. It was released on fucking cassette originally.
True.
The thing is, though, is like they're going back and they want to like redo all these frames and everything. When again, the show has its charms in the fact that it's from a different time. And I feel like them just constantly like, hey, we're going to re-edit is just, again, beating a dead horse when there's a gem that just needs to left the fuck alone.
I mean, that's not exactly it. Like the Dragon Ball Z release debate is that they're screwing up they're not even giving us the most neutral release we could possibly get, because it's all either it's cropped 16:9. Oh, the colors are way oversaturated. Oh, we did so much DNR that the clouds merge together. So
they shouldn't be like, they should give us the original. Like, okay, you guys might not agree with this, but I'll say this again anyway. I'll say this anyway. What we should do is give us the original 4x3. I don't want to get my terminology wrong. The original thing with the dub, the original square screen, basically with the dub, and give us that instead of adding a normal affordable price rather than this crop bullshit.
About that, they did do that, and
yeah, for like
it
$300.
No. They re-released it on
Steelbook release
Steelbooks,
we're just talking about.
which now have
okay,
standard
okay.
editions, which are.
Okay.
There's also, I think they're.
I'm trying to say an affordable way, like Walmart. No, they're going to go back and they're going to get the 16:9 trash, which I would not buy again. Like I would love an affordable version. Like go back and buy all the Steelbooks, but like what? They're $40 a piece.
What I'm saying is that they're releasing standard edition of the 4x3 Steelbooks.
Were you even here for that conversation, Lance?
Partially. Sorry.
So now hold on. So about the Steelbooks though. So what they released there isn't even a 4x3 crop. It's way more cropped in from some examples that we've had, like side by sides from the level sets versus these. So like this is what it is. Like Funimation's playing this game where they want the money for releasing it, but they don't want to
do the work. They don't want to pay for the frame by. Look, here's the thing: if you gave Femboy Films the reels,
they would do it for free.
Fans would do it for free. We would sync the frickin' give us the assets. We'll do it, and we'll do it better than you would, and we'll give it to you, and you can sell it back to us on disc as long as we get to author it.
I mean, that's kind of true.
Crowdsource 291 episodes.
The fans would literally
us do it. We'd sneak in a Dragon Ball Abridged in there.
Maybe
they'd have to check. If they ever did that, they'd have to check literally every
ocean dub.
Because someone's gonna slip in like a Tyler Durden reference.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the Fight Club penis at the end.
I was gonna say they're gonna draw a dick on one of the frames.
Also, you hear a Rick role play.